So first, before you can find a comfortable position, I would invite you to get up for a moment, standing on your feet, and you can take a few deep breaths and just stretch your body as much as you can. Make yourself as big as you can while you take a few deep breaths. So this is a trick in the Stone Age brain that we all still have, that when you make yourself really big, then your brain can already get out of a mode of anxiety. So you can remember that throughout your day, that anytime you can take a few deep breaths and stretch out your body as wide and as big as you can. And then you can also turn and let your eyes look around the whole room in all directions. So while you take a few deep breaths, you just let yourself go from one side to the next and let your eyes wander around the whole room. Because again, in the Stone Age brain, the moment we could afford to look all the way around us and see that there's no threat, our brain can go into a mode of safety. So feel free to use those techniques anytime during the day when you want to refresh yourself and when you want to help your brain get out of a state of anxiety. So then feel free to find a comfortable position. You can either sit down or lie down, whatever works best for you to bring your attention inward. So this journey is very special. It is not just about feeling relaxed or feeling good, but it is actually to change very, very deep patterns in your nervous system. So I will guide you first to check out the familiar pattern, the old pattern, and then I will guide you every step of the way to start a new pattern in your nervous system in how to respond. A new pattern that can get you out of anxiety and can teach you how to use the energy to your advantage. So let yourself settle in. And you can do a body check-in. You can just notice how your body feels right now. Walking around your body and just notice in a very simple way what state your body is in right now. Just letting yourself check out, do I feel tired or awake? Do I feel tense or relaxed? Or anything else? And the trick is, don't judge it or don't change it. Just let it be exactly as it is. And maybe you can find a word that describes your state right now. Because we're going to do it again at the end and you can see if what you did created a difference. So then I invite you to bring up a situation in your mind that would produce anxiety. So that can be a situation that just happened recently, or you can imagine yourself in a situation where it would typically bring up anxiety. So it's okay to let yourself feel uncomfortable for a moment, because I will help you to change the pattern around that. So bring up a situation where typically you would find that your body reacts with anxiety. And when you have that, the first thing I want you to do is to actually locate it in your body. Because the moment you locate anxiety, you make it tangible, your Stone Age brain can actually start getting more creative with it. Our brain does not do well with overwhelm. That's when it's very likely that we go into a state of freeze and shutdown. And so what you can always do when you feel overwhelmed by anxiety, you can ask yourself, okay, where is it actually happening? So find a location in your body where you can feel the anxiety the most clear. Doesn't have to be perfect. You just make a good guess. Maybe it is in your chest. Maybe it is in your stomach. Maybe it is in your arms. So just trust your own gut feeling. Where would you locate your anxiety? Where is it the most clear? And then when you have a spot, when you have a location, check out for a moment how your body typically reacts to that. Check out the old pattern of how your body automatically reacts to anxiety. You might find a pattern where your body just constricts around it, gets tense around it. Or you might find a pattern where your body just wants to push it away or push it down. So just watch, what is your automatic reflex in how your body tries to manage this intensity of anxiety? Because in order to change the old habit, we need to know what it is. That will make it much easier to then develop a new habit. So once you've figured out how your body usually reacts to anxiety, I'm going to ask you to do something different. So first, I would like for you to check if this experience of anxiety, if you could give it a color or a texture or an image, what is it actually like? Is it rather red or black or blue? See what color would fit it the best. And also see what it's like. Is it pokey? Is it more like a liquid or more like something solid? What texture, what surface does it have? So see if you can get a feel for it. Now, just like you learned, this is your Stone Age, archaic body and life force trying to react to a situation of overwhelm. So it is really your life force trying to help you. And you can see that if it is constricted, it cannot really do much for you. So I'm going to ask you to do something different, to do an experiment, which is imagine that you could open up the space around this anxiety, around this intensity. Imagine you could breathe some space around it, or you can just visualize some space around it. Imagine you could make more space for this old, archaic, ancient energy to just be there. And see what happens to it if you give it more space, or if you open up the channels inside your body so that it can actually move how it wants to move. So if you would give this intensity some space and some permission, how would it want to move? And if it has more space, see if it changes the quality of it. See if it changes the color or the texture or how it feels. You might be able to feel that this is not bad energy inside of you, but that it's actually your own energy trying to help you. What if you could open up the channels in your body so that you could let this energy actually flow and be productive for you? If you could open up the channels and you could let it flow down your arms, if you could do something with this energy, what would you be doing with it? How could you put it to good use? Maybe there are things you need to get done in your life right now that you actually need energy for. So check it. How would that feel to put this energy to use and help you get these things done? Now, when we study the origin of anxiety and of this ancient reflex inside of us, really, we were designed to have this energy work for us as protection. So sometimes it's very useful for people to make this protection aspect very tangible. Because our body will never give up on wanting to protect you. And again, the Stone Age brain does really well with tangible images. So what if you could imagine an image of protection for yourself? Sometimes it works for people to imagine a big shield or a big sword or some image of protection. Or sometimes it helps people to imagine a protective creature with them, like a dragon or like a powerful animal. So see, what would be your favorite image of protection when you get overwhelmed or when you are in a difficult situation? So see what image emerges for you. And you can imagine that you could let this energy of anxiety actually flow into this image of protection, that it could be your protector energy for you. And notice how that energy feels, if it can actually work for you, if it actually can do what it was designed to do, which is protect you. See how that changes how your body feels. If with this image of protection you can actually feel more relaxed, more energized, So if you'd like, you can actually imagine yourself right now in a challenging situation and see how you would bring this image of protection with you, as if you could have your imaginary protection right there with you. And see how that changes how you feel, so that you can actually use the energy. It's almost as if you could practice the situation right now. And you could show your brain that this is a much better option of protection. So then take a moment and do a body check-in right now. Notice how your body feels now, especially around the area where you typically feel anxiety. Notice how that area feels now. And then let yourself really gather what you want to take away from this inner exploration. Maybe there are images that you want to take away with you. Maybe there are colors that felt inspiring to you. You get to bring everything with you that you feel would be important for you to bring into your life. And then you don't have to stop anything. You can let everything keep moving that feels good inside right now. You get to bring all of your discoveries with you. And very gentle, you can start wiggling your toes and wiggling your fingers. And you let yourself take a few deep breaths. You can let yourself gently open your eyes and return to where you are, totally refreshed. And know that you can get back to this guided journey from the old pattern around anxiety to using it as your superpower anytime.